So today in your spoken English class, there is less attendance. Only two candidates are there, and I will also tell. So we are going to start our group discussion. The topic is if you want the thing done well, do it yourself.
Hello, I am Somandeep Samondo, and this quote was told by Nepoleon Bonaparte. He was a historical figure. In fact, he was the French lieutenant, and in the world history, he has given many hard quotes, and it is one of them. And this quote advises us to do our work with our own hand because um, we can do our work um, in the best way. We can't expect anyone to do the work in the same way like us because everyone has their choice and everyone has their mentality, different mentality and different style of doing every work. So we can't um, expect the certain result from everyone, and that's the main concept of this quote. And if we do our work with our own hand and with our own idea, then uh, no conflicts will be done because the work is done with our own idea. So no one will tell that it's your fault that you have done you have not decided to do the thing right. It's totally upon us that how we decide, how we structure the work and how we execute it. So it's a very bold quote, and this quote is inspired from another quote of the Napoleon that he always told during, and he always thought about this quote in his lifetime. And um, in fact, in the last war of his life, in the war of the Waterloo, he has told that it's your life and it's your future, and you have to craft it with your own hand. No one is responsible with your future, and that's all.
So the topic is if you want a thing done well, so you have to do it in yourself. So yeah, this is a very good topic, and it is true that when you do any work in properly or in a right way, you have to do it in yourself because we all are different people and we all have a different mentality to do our work, how to do our work. So you do a work in your own way and the other people do your work in him or her own way. So when you decided that you do a work properly, so I think you have to need your opinion and have to need your opinion and faith on this work, and by this you can do this work properly. Also you have to need the others person opinion who are experienced about this work, your parents or your own well wisher who are really want your success. But at the end of the day, when you do this work, you have to do it yourself because in this era, our generation always dependent with the people or anything devices to do a very small or little thing. When we do any calculation or anything, we have to need a calculator to do this or to solve the math or the problems. But if we see very properly, that we can see that there is a very little calculation which we have to need this calculator, but we have to do it in our own way by without using calculator. But in our generation we are always depending on others and we are habituated to do by using calculator for the calculation. So I think that when you do any work with your own way, it is very much best to you and it is very much good for your career or your future. So that's it.
So if you want to get the thing done well, then you should do it yourself. It is the famous quote of Napoleon Bonaparte, the French emperor. because if you get the work done by others, then it may not be like what you wanted to get it. So, in this case, instead of being instead of being disappointed that the work is not according to your wish, according to your choice, you should do it yourself. But nowadays, in the young generation, people always try to get help from. They may take help. You have already mentioned that. But what should be done by the person himself? Why? It is the good habit also. If we see the history, if we go through the history, we will find that the great men always tried their best to do their thing himself because themselves or himself because it will be very much effective for them if they do because how they want to get the thing, it will depend on them. The other will not be able to realize them and realize their wish. So self-help is very much necessary in this case. Definitely, we should not give the others chance to do our work. We should do our work in own way so that we can learn something from this. Maybe first time we will be proving failure. We will not be able to do the work correctly or properly. But next time we will get a lesson, and next time we will do the work according to our. But if we don't do this, we will never learn. We will never get. We will never be able to experience the new thing in our life so that we can do the thing and we can guide the others about the procedure of work. That's all.